We acknowledge that social distancing has an important role in limiting further transmissions of coronavirus. But for Christians, assembling ourselves is intrinsic to our faith. When will restrictions be eased and congregations allowed to assemble again? And will the government give churches clear instructions and guidance to prevent any unnecessary breakout of COVID-19, similar to the guidance for education settings, which is very detailed? Because what we want to do is to make sure we do not have a breakout that we saw in Frankfurt, Germany on the 10th of May, where the churches were allowed to reassemble, and then there was a breakout in one congregation of 200 people catching the COVID-19 virus.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, I want to see places of worship open as quickly as we can. I understand how important it is for millions of people in this country, and I can understand how people of faith would consider it strange that shops, cafes, pubs, restaurants, many other settings might be open in the weeks and months ahead, but not somewhere as important as a place of worship. We're working very closely with faith leaders. I've convened a task force which has brought together the main faith leaders, and we're working to provide exactly the kind of guidance that you're describing. Some faiths have already actually produced detailed guidance, working with Jenny's colleagues at Public Health England, how one might cordon off part of a church or place of worship, how you would ensure it's sufficiently clean, you train the volunteers who run a church, how you might just enable a small number of people to go in at any one time. I think the first logical step is probably to open place of worship for individual or private prayer, and that's what we're working towards with the faith leaders. And then that will be a springboard, hopefully, conditional on the rate of infection, obviously, to small weddings, for example, again, very important to many people, and then in time to services. As you say, we certainly don't want to see what we've seen in some other countries where large gatherings in place of worship, particularly because of the demographic in some faiths, because of singing hymns and so on, which can lead to exhalation, can create particular problems. But I'm hopeful that the work that we're doing with faith leaders will bear fruit, and that we'll be able to see place of worship open in the coming weeks. Thank you very much indeed.